Hello grade 10s. So now that we have completed part 1, basically consists of your design brief, your primary and your secondary problems, and you have listed your 6 plus your 4 given specifications, and you have listed your constraints all in bulleted format, and you've given the dates of your management plan as well as the research of which you have looked at layouts of 2-bedroom units, layouts of small bathrooms, layouts of small kitchens. That all being part 1. We continue with part 1 by looking at the next bulleted point. And here we have freehand drawings. This is where you are going to design 2 possible solutions based on the specifications that you have listed in the bulleted format in your Word document. So you are going to convert all those words in your specifications to a graphical image, which is going to be your 2 floor plan drawings. It has to be freehand, so no rulers or straight edges are allowed. You are, however, going to use the grid pages in your book to be able to assist you in drawing nice and straight lines. You have to include a fridge, double sink, 2-seater couch, front loader washing machine, dining room table and double bed. You need to add the area of the existing structure on the side of the drawing as well. So let's take out our grid pages in our workbook and set that up on our board. So if you look at the garage of your client, you are now going to draw this garage onto the grid page. Keep in mind that one of the constraints stated that you cannot expand on the walls of this garage. All the inside parts you can move and change. All the doors and windows can move and close up and change. But the outside wall must remain. So we are going to start redrawing this over to a scale of 1:50. And you will see the different dimensions on here. So the scale that we are going to use on our grid page means that for every 2 blocks, vertical or horizontal, it equates to 1 meter. So if you have on this side here 7 meter 460, that means we're going to round it off to 7 meter 500, of which 500 is half a meter, so that is 1 block. 2 blocks would be a meter, so that 7 has to be 14 blocks. And the 500 that we will see here, which we've rounded off, will be 1 block. So that is 14 plus 1. So it's going to be 15 blocks from this point here until that point over there. If you look at the bottom, you will find that the dimension there is 6 meter 460. That means it is 6 meters, 1 meter being 2 blocks. So it's going to be 12 blocks. And we're going to round this 460 over to 500, which is 1 extra block, which is half a meter. So that's going to be 12 plus 1. So from this point here, we're going to have 13 blocks till there. If you look at the dimensions here on this side, you will find that dimension right here in your south elevation, which is 8 meter 690. So we're going to round this off to 8 meter 500 to make that 690 a half a meter. So that 8 meters will be 16 blocks and an additional one which is half a meter, which is 17 blocks along this side over here. Then we have on this side here 2 meter 500, and that's pretty easy. The 2 would reflect 4 blocks. And the 500, 1 block. So it's going to be 4 plus 1, which is 5 blocks down this way. And then you will see that this point actually goes up and it links up with this coming across here to be able to find that point over there. And then you will see how I bring in my outside wall, which is going to be 5 millimeters, which is half a block. And then I will place in where my bedrooms are going to be for my first design. And then I will make sure that I have an open plan kitchen, lounge and dining room area, and that I will have access from the inside of the house to my bathroom. Grade 10s, you are going to include all the windows and doors in specific areas. You are going to include all the fixtures and features in your design. You are going to create a porch over here, of which you can have a pillar in this particular corner here. So should you have a roof, the roof will cover this porch area. That could be your front entrance over here. And then you may color in this drawing with red, as it is a new development. You will add your dimensions and you will add the area of this particular design, of which you will have two calculations. One of the rectangular shape here and one of the small rectangular shape here, which must be added at the end, which will give you the total of this particular design. Learners, I'm going to show you now a sample of what is expected of you. Please watch carefully how this drawing unfolds, and as soon as you've completed your first design, you may enter into another design. Learners, I'm going to switch over to my grid page and show you exactly what is expected of you. I'm going to sample one design. You may use this design as your first design, but keep in mind you have to have two designs, which is going to be freehand. Let's look at a few options. So you could possibly look at two designs which are looking as follows, whereas you will have this wall with an entrance door over here, and then you will have your two bedrooms on this side here, which you will have your main bedroom over here and an additional one over here, and this is going to be your open plan kitchen, lounge and dining room area. This could be perhaps your kitchen, that could be your dining room lounge area, or you can swap it around and that becomes the second option which you can have as a second design. Alternatively, you can use another design of which you can have maybe the bedrooms on this side here, and you will have an entrance here, and that being your open area that you will see here, and of course the bathroom on this side. So these are different options that we can pursue in terms of finding our different designs, and by simply moving the kitchen from one spot to another, you may have changed the complete order of the design, creating a second or third design, which could be possibly solutions being taken forward.